Oh, hey friends. I was just taking a quick break from BookTube to catch up on some reading. Why don't you give me a minute? We could talk about this book. Spent a lot of time on this channel sharing with you beautiful, gorgeous books with wonderful, thick paper, high-end materials, signatures, tray cases, art, all the things that make them limited, exclusive, sought-after trophies. But books are meant to be read and not just shelf candy, right? They're not just sitting there spying out, tempting you to pick them up, look at them. They're meant to be read. And up until now, I haven't really gone inside the book and talked about the contents of each of these books I get. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start doing some book reviews on this channel, sharing with you my favorite reads, maybe even my least favorite reads. If you know how much I don't like certain authors, it might be fun to send me an advanced review copy of an author that perhaps I hate, so I can rant and froth on this channel. But I love talking about books. I love talking about stories. And one book that does not get talked about nearly enough is The Butcher Boy. This book by Patrick McCabe. I remember once, I think it was 1992, I walked into Barnes & Noble or Crocs and Brentano or a Walden Books or whatever the hell it was, and I just wanted to, just something brand new. I'd been reading Stephen King, Ray Bradbury, some Jack Ketchum, Robert McCammon, and I just wanted something brand new. And I walked in and I pulled Butcher Boy off the shelf, and it said it won the 1992 Irish Booker Prize, or something along the lines of some award. And I'm like, oh, and I read the synopsis on the back, and it sounded cool, and I bought it, went home, read it, loved it, devoured it, and it has been my top favorite book since, or among the top. I think The Road might have edged this out since then. But the book just held a place with me. And over the years, I'd revisit it and I'd read it. I read it as a single guy in a condo living by himself. And it was a horror book and it was kind of funny. But I could tell that there was something more to it. And then I read it when I got a little more mature. And then as a dad. And the heartbreak really came through with the horror and the humor. And this book sort of has grown with me, and it's really so much a part of what I love about reading. It's this experience, and just to tell you a little bit about the book, this book's about a kid named Francie Brady who never had a good shot. This kid was dealt a really shit hand from the start, and he grew up poor. He grew up with I'm not going to go too much into the plot, but he grew up with bad parents, and you spend the entire book in this kid's head. So he's an unreliable narrator. You're sitting in this mental illness skull. I mean, this skull riddled with mental illness, and you're carried through his life, and you really do feel it, and you understand how he's trying to convince the world and himself that he's okay and everything's fine and this is normal and the rest of the world is wrong and he's okay. And he clings to this notion and he tries to convince the reader of this notion, and you just see right through it, and on and on and on, and it just devolves and it brings you to a place of horror, shock, and heartbreak. Super bleak, and it's not an easily accessible book. You read it, you know, the timeline jumps around, punctuation really doesn't exist, quotation marks around who's talking at any particular time aren't there, so you're kind of hoping you can piece together what Francie Brady is telling you, and he's trying and he's trying, and the whole book is him trying, and it just rips you to pieces, and I love it. And it really, like I said, doesn't get the praise it deserves. It's won awards. I think Patrick McCabe might be better known over in Ireland and the UK. But here in the States, I don't know. I've never met anybody who's read this book other than the people I've recommended the book to. And they either love it or hate it, and I'm not going to lie about that. It's not for everyone. But just to show you how under recognized this book is, I bought a first edition signed hardcover off of eBay for $8. $8. Oh my gosh, it's like this book is Francie Brady. Totally ignored, neglected, cast aside, unloved. And it has a home with me. So I thought it'd only be fitting to share it with you as a book review, tell you it's 5 stars if we have to do such a thing. The only book I like better than The Butcher Boy is The Road. And then you get some Stephen King's in there and other things, and Josh Mallerman's and Joe Lansdale's, Sarah Pinboro's. But for me, this book holds a very special place. If Suntup wants to do it, or Centipede Press wants to do a limited edition of it, I would be over the moon. I'd also feel bad for them because they probably wouldn't sell a ton, because not many people want it. But that's neither here nor there. I'm sharing it with you because you are the people that watch this channel. That means a lot to me too. So maybe check it out. Go to the store, wander a bookstore. It's a great thing to do. It's a remnant of the past. I don't think people walk bookstores like they used to. Now they browse Amazon. But walk a bookstore, find Patrick McCabe. He also has some other excellent books. Emerald Germs of Ireland is outstanding. And I believe it's out of print. I don't know. I don't see it anywhere anymore. Patrick McCabe. Genius. Brilliant. Check it out. Butcher Boy. Thanks for watching. You know, I got like over 200 videos, so you could watch another one, or you could subscribe. This is what I'm told I have to say to you.